Back to fill the land with more and more tigers. We're in a war with Bamanas and Delhi and Sindh. Our current rivals are Bamanas, Delhi, and Ayutthaya. We have 89 power projection, but unfortunately we're losing it at a rate of 5 per year, so this will only last us, let's see, 40, so 8 years or so. So it's possible that we'll take land in this war and then count on the truce with Ayutthaya coming up, because that comes up in 7 years. So we should be okay to stop going for power projection for just a little while, and just take land over here up in Mera. We might actually make it 10 years, because some of these things will be up in just 6 years. And then we'll start losing power projection more slowly once those are up. We're 60% of the way to a revolt in Benghal. This one. Because we're converting it to a different religion. So we're going to stop converting it, because we don't really care about conversions at this point. We're pretty close. We're probably like 4 years away from getting enough admin points to stop having to convert provinces. Yeah, so we don't need to worry about that. We're currently embargoing Wanpur. I guess Wanpur is no longer my rival? Yeah, Wanpur is no longer my rival, so the embargo against them is costly. And we've got a free diplomat up in here. Let's keep friendly with our only ally, Malwa, who we've been friends with for all game. They haven't been super helpful, but it's nice to have not had to fight against them, you know. Hey, beautiful lady.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, hi.
Do you want to take your pants off?
No.
Okay, back to video games.
I'm going to have to do the ring right home.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna make it a whole day then. Alright, so I just want to wipe the armies in the south and then immediately go up and peace out Delhi, because they're a co-belligerent in this war, so I can get a separate peace with them. And once I separate peace them and Sindh, then I can come back for 100 war score against Bamanas. But if I were to siege up Bamanas first, I'd get a call for peace, and then I wouldn't be able to peace out Delhi. So the way that I don't know why, but the way that they do war in this game, you really have to kill belligerents first. I love you too, darling. You laughing at me because I can't talk? That's good. Melissa's laughing at me, so I'm not going to talk anymore. I'll never say another word. So I think I have about 23,000 vassal and ally troops in the area, so I should be able to leave them with 22,000 people down here and not worry too much about it, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth the risk, so I'm just going to wipe this army before I leave. Die, army. And the reason that I'm easily winning all these battles is because I'm way ahead of everyone on military tech, because I've been focusing military for a long time. But I currently have a 0 military power king, and I'm focusing admin, so I'm going to get... this is not going to be as successful in the future. So for now, we're way ahead, and we should take advantage of that to smell people's farts. Smell their farts. Alright. There's still a lot of troops running around. I'm going to go resupply my army in friendly territory before heading back out. No, you know what? There's only 15 supply in all these provinces. I feel like I'm losing a lot to attrition. Down to 10k manpower with 1.5k wasted in to walking around attrition. So I'm going to be more careful. I actually lose more men to not being able to feed my army than to fighting. Fighting is no problem because my men are really good at it. But eating food, they're not so good at. They need to work on their food eating abilities. Let's befriend Ming a little more, because they really want our provinces, so they have a -100 relations because of that. I think we can convince them to stop wanting our provinces if we improve relations with them long enough. It's hard to stay friends with someone who's bigger than you and directly borders you because, I mean, I don't know, for obvious reasons, I would say. That's the reason. But we're still really far ahead of Ming on tech, and our current general is amazing. He's five shock pips. So as long as we stay pretty cavalry heavy, we should be able to crush anyone. But as soon as that general dies and we get into some financial troubles or something, Ming's gonna come smell us a hydrant. I'm gonna stay here for one tick and see how many. We get 79 reinforcements per tick, which is, you know, we would get 100 if we were at home, but 79 is plenty, 80-ish. Yeah, so we're getting 79 both ticks. So I'm just gonna stay here for a few more ticks, and then go wipe the Delhi army and start sieging up Delhi. We've improved relations with Ming as much as we can, and they still are not big fans of ours. The Khmer... I wonder if this nation of Khmer is related to the Khmer Rouge, which is some sort of atrocity or something. I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. Why do we have troops over here? We no longer have troops over there. Looks like Ava was... Ava has some isolated troops too. We gotta crush Lan Na and create a land bridge to that area. Oh, we can't attack Lan Na, or do we already have... It seems like we have a land border right here with Lan Na, but I guess we don't. Yeah, we can't fabricate and we can't declare. That's sad. If we take some provinces off Ming, we could. And Ava can't core those 3 provinces that rebels gave them, so they're in some trouble. Ava's a completely useless vassal at this point because their entire army is stuck in a place that they can't core. So that's not good. But that's why we have 4 vassals. Even if our best one is incapacitated, we still got plenty. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Win faster, guys. Oh, we did not win. Neither faster nor at all. So we're going to create 2... Well, I think we want a total of 6 cannons. So 1, 2, 3, 4... We wanted 1 more cannon, but we can't have it. You know what? We don't have the manpower for cannons right now. We're going to go for mercenaries. I just noticed that our manpower is basically empty. Alright, we're going up to 5x because our army is not going to be very useful for about 5-6 months. Oops. Only 20 supply in this province. There's 40 supply in Lower Doab. Lower Doab is the type of place you want to own. 7 base tax. Good times. So this will say 28 when it's fully resupplied. As you can see, it's not anywhere close, but... I mean, the top couple... just the top 1 is nowhere close, but everything else is good. Nice revolt risk idea. Awesome. That's part of why we took humanism. The other part is religious unity. We just don't want to have to convert our provinces. So I just took some attrition walking through that province, some more walking through that one, some more walking through this one. I really shouldn't be so lazy, but we'd lost about 150 times 28 troops just from laziness. Our poor army. They've got a horrible general. A 5x speed playing lazy general of laziness. Okay, so we're going to go to Central Doab and Mewat and start sieging up and bait them into attacking us. There should be I think there were about 40,000 troops a second ago on the enemy side, and now they're down to less than 25,000. Nope, exactly 25,000. So they should come out with their 25,000. I'll beat them with my 22,000, and that'll be the end of them. Oh no, our super military general died. That's so excruciatingly sad. Oh, buddy. Oh. It doesn't seem like anyone who's good at fighting can live for very long so far this game. All of our kings die after like 2 to 3 years. I think part of it is that we play so much on 5x speed that like it seems like nobody lives very long, but that's just because we go through a year in like 1 second. Alright, Gujarat, improve. My new vassal needs to like me a little bit more. I plan to annex him as soon as I can, although I'll probably forget. Down to 76 power projection. Because we're entirely mercenary based, assaulting the walls is not very expensive. It looks like he's sieging me down there. Very sad. But I'm not going to assault the walls. I briefly entertained the thought, but I shall not. And there goes 100 gold. We're almost out of Mr. Ducats the Gold von Goldington, but nice. Siege over. So we're going to win this war, but it's not as much of a pushover as I'd expected it to be. Oh no, they wiped some of my army. Probably my cannon is gone. Yep, I lost my only cannon, and I don't have the manpower to get a new one. Very sad. I'm going to gain some piety. We'll keep trying to go assault Delhi, but they keep bringing their armies down to Malwa. I just took 30% more expensive mercenaries when almost my whole army is made out of mercenaries. That's pretty funny. 70% towards Arakai nationalist revolt in the province of Mraku. Mraku. This is probably all from war exhaustion, from attrition. Because I keep walking my dudes through land with no food, and they're like, you know what, if you're going to continue not to feed our soldiers, we are going to revolt against you. I was recently reading about the Sicilian slave revolt in Rome, and it smacks of that sort of talk. Well, if you're not going to feed us for a long time, we are going to revolt. Pew! Yeah, my war exhaustion is so high that there's actually an icon. So proper play would be to set up a choke point by splitting across these 3 provinces. And then just wait for my dudes to reinforce, because fighting with half reinforced troops means that I do half damage and take double damage. It's like, it's dumb, I shouldn't do that. But I thought this war would be a pushover, so I didn't try very hard to set things up properly. So let's do that for now, and we will fill out our ranks with 4 more mercs. If we can get them. But it looks like the mercenaries are not wanting to come to our side for some reason. Our prestige is only 25. And we have a lot of mercenaries already recruited. Stability cost modify, man. I hate when my allies go and suicide into people. It's not good. So I had hoped to humiliate Delhi and then take provinces off of Bamanas. What is going on? Alright, I don't care about this. It was popping up something that said that the enemy is sieging one of your provinces. And it was doing it constantly because they were stuck in one of those, like, I'm going to siege, no, I'm going to walk, no, I'm going to siege, no, I'm going to walk loops. You know, that's happened sometimes. So we're up to 80% on that revolt. It looks like it's going to revolt any moment now, unfortunately. MRAU. Mraku. We'll grant them some more autonomy. They're 85% autonomous at this point, but whatever. As long as they don't revolt, they can have 100% autonomy. So now we have 50% more religious unity. That means we have a total of 147% religious unity. So we never have to convert any provinces, at least for a really long time. So that's fun. It'll save us a little bit of money and a little bit of revolt risk. We have a little bit of provincial revolt risk in various provinces, but until one of these rebel factions gets up really high, we're not going to worry about it. Alright, we're going to hope that our little marches and vassals can manage the Southern War while we go and siege up Delhi. But we haven't started sieging Delhi yet because we wanted to bait them into this choke, but it looks like they either managed to get around somehow, or their army is off fighting someone else. It's possible that they're being sieged up in the north, so Delhi got attacked by someone. Alright, so we're going to make a bunch of little things and go carpet siege everywhere. Looks like Multan and Wanpur are fighting against Nagar. The country is destabilized. Our decision to strengthen the state at the cost of the regional interests has left a bit of a gap in local politics, since there are no local potentates to tell them everything is fine. The people have started to believe that they are badly governed. It sounds like by expanding too much, I'm worse at keeping people happy. But it must be related to something specific that I did. Like I must have taken some decision earlier on that had like hidden ramifications downstream. It's kind of like punishing people for not reading all of the flavor text that you took the time to write. You're like, I'm going to write all this flavor text, and if people don't read it, then too bad for them, you know? All right. Sorry, Delhi. So our stockpile of money is shrinking, but we have no debts right now. We're paying about half a ducat per month in subsidies to our various vassals, and it looks like it's important for us not to let Malwa get a siege on any provinces bordering them, because then they would really want us to give those to them in a peace deal, and we don't. We plan to humiliate, which means we can't give anyone any provinces. So let's open the humiliation thing and see how much. Alright, we got humiliation, we got war reparations, and we got some money. That's all we really wanted. Bye, Delhi. It was nice fighting you. Alright, so we're done with Delhi. Time to go yell at Sindh. Now, we don't want anything at all from Sindh. But we're done sieging Bamanas, so we might as well siege up Sindh. We'll just run in there real quick. So we're up to 87 power projection again. It looks like as long as we humiliate someone every 5 years or so, we stay at 81 power projection. I need to get these guys here, and then they can go out. Sorry, I carpet sieged without getting the foreign legion flag removed, where you get that black flag that says like you were in a war and then the war ended and now you can go anywhere you want, but you can't fight until you've gotten back to your home territory. I had that little flag running. I was just trying to siege up, and you can't siege up with that flag running. Alright, so it looks like we should be able to get a separate peace with Sindh pretty soon. What we want is, obviously they won't be a vassal. We would like some money. It would be nice to get them to ruin themselves. Now remember, Sindh is super poor, so we don't care about any of this. As long as we get at least one, we want them to concede defeat is what we want. We'll get 10 prestige. We don't care about the money they can afford, because they're like a desert. It's like demand a whole bunch of stuff from a desert. It's just dumb. They're desert. Let's check the terrain type. They've got desert, 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 desert. Yeah. So Sindh is a desert. Don't care about Sindh. Now we're going to go home and defund the army while we go there. Whoop. make us a little bit of money that we'll use for the next war. I think Ayutthaya is ready for another war. I think it's possible that Golconda is ready to be annexed. Yeah. So we'll try to remember to start that when this war ends. We've got a 100% war score against our rival. So we'll take the things we have claims on for ourselves. Well, let's see. One base tax, one base tax. In general, I don't like one base tax land, so I'm going to give it all to my vassal. Or should I say march? And then I'll give some of this stuff to Orissa, if I can. I don't think I can. I think this is, yeah, that's a member of a coalition. It's weird. Alright, clear and give all this stuff to my vassal. So we can give a couple more provinces. Nope. Give it to this dude. Be nice if there was a hotkey like ZZ, and I could just click a province, hit ZZ, click the next province, hit ZZ. Because often there's only one person on that list, so making a hotkey to grant it to the first person on the list would make things a lot faster. I suspect there is a hotkey for it, and I just got to figure out what it is, but I'm too lazy. Dun 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 dun. War reparations and a buck. Let's do it. All right. So, Bamanis is no longer a valid rival, but that's okay because I'm super powerful and I will just rival whoever else I can. The Khmer, we've talked about them recently over here. Ava has a border with them and does not have any CB against them, so if we want to fight against the Khmer, we're gonna have to try to attack one of their allies, Lanna or Tibet. We can definitely attack Tibet. Tibet is allied to Khmer, Mongolia, and Haixi. I don't know how big Mongolia is, but I suspect it's very small. Haixi is similarly not even on my map. So I'm going to fight Tibet just in order to humiliate Khmer. Come here and let me humiliate you, Brohan. But first I want to wait for my war exhaustion to either get low on its own or I'll pay it down because I don't like having revolt risk. Revolt risk not good. Also I'm going to try to annex these dudes. And I'm going to Royal Marry everyone. Royal Marry. Royal Marry. I'd like to break March status on Garkand and Ava, but I want my stability cost to be down somewhere around 60 before I do that. I don't know if it'll ever get that low, but I'm not going to pay 160 admin points to break a March status on someone just because they're bad at teching up. Like right now, Tech 7, Tech 8, and I'm Tech 10. So like, come on, guys, keep up. It's ridiculous. It's funny because Golconda is better. Orissa is way better. I wish you could give land from one vassal to another vassal until that vassal only had one province left, and then you could just break vassalage and kill them. You know what? I bet you can break vassalage. No, I can't even break vassalage without revoking March status first, so there's no way out of it without paying stability. Alright, we gotta get 2 more dudes. No, let's take 2 of these. So we got lots of revolt risk, lots of war exhaustion. And I suspect our vassal has lots of revolt risk as well. So I'm going to wait until he gets a revolt, then help him suppress it before I fight anyone. I'd also like some manpower before I go do anything. So we're going to spend a little bit of time at peace, and I hate spending time at peace, but you gotta sometimes. You know what? Maybe I'll kill that guy again. That's kind of like being at peace, right? This is the only ally is this teeny tiny Diviate, and yeah, I don't think he has any troops. This is basically like staying at peace. Killing you is like staying at peace. That's how much you matter to me. Alright, military advisor died when I declared war. Apparently declaring war occasionally kills your military advisors. So we're going to pay down some of our war exhaustion to get our provincial unrest lower. It's down to 0 everywhere. That's good. And I'm going to send my unfunded army over to say hello to Ayutthaya. I don't know how many troops he has. It looks like I can just check. He only has 12,000 troops, and he's only military tech 7. So I think Ava can win this without my help. I don't even think I need to do anything. So let's carpet siege him. Alright, everyone's small enough? Yep, okay, good. So we're going to wait until he fights Ava and retreats. Then we're going to go to where he's going to flee to, which is going to be somewhere in the south. Stack wipe him and then carpet siege. Oh, you know what? No, Diviet. Yeah, okay, so Ayutthaya doesn't have anything. Diviet has 7k. That means Ayutthaya only has 5k. So let's start sieging things up. Opinion of our neighbors is quite low. We're going to fund our army just for a sec because we're fighting. I didn't realize. I thought he had 5k, but I guess he had 7. But our vassal's going to handle this for us, so no worries. Alright, everyone's spread out. Good times. I think either our king died or something. Something cost us stability and popped up a bunch of stuff that I didn't care about. And now I'm wondering what it was. I think it was probably a dead king. My kings tend to die a lot. But we still have... No, it was a dead heir. We still have a 0 military skill king. Now, because we're Sunni, I think it's because we're Sunni. It might be for some other reason. Ooh, we have an extra military leader. That's not good. We don't want that. I'm not really a fan of any of the military leaders we have, really. Because we're Sunni, or maybe not because we're Sunni, we tend to get multiple heirs every time our king dies. And so it'll say, like, the next king is going to be this guy, and then you'll die, and it'll be someone else. I think it's just that you can't go into regency when you're Sunni, maybe. So if your heir is too young, then someone else just takes the throne and generates a new leader at random. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but I've repeatedly gotten given a different heir than the one I expected. And that's okay. It's just worth mentioning. I don't even know why it's worth mentioning. How does it impact anything? Be quiet about this double heir thing. We're going to have to punch you in the face now. Where you is me and me is you. Okay. With our 0 military king and our lack of military focus, we need to pay attention because we are 1 year away from falling behind on military power. So we need to refocus on military in 5 years. And on 1535, we're going to refocus military. We only focused admin so that we could get our religious unity, but we already have that now, so we don't need to focus admin anymore. It looks like all the enemy troops are up there trapped by Ava's army, which is perfect. It means I can carpet siege everything. And I don't have to worry about fighting or funding my army or any of that nonsense. Who wants to fund their army? That's no fun. Let's just siege everything without funding our army. We might have to fund it just enough so that we keep up with reinforcements over attrition, but I don't want to fund it all the way. Alright, so our goal here... we got 2 different goals. We would like to give Ava enough land so that it can connect the dots, la la la. But then we would lose these guys as a rival, and we would be forced to rival Ming. And rivaling Ming is kind of scary because their force limits... Ming's force limits are 50, and our force limits are like 25. I'm not scared of Ming. I think I could beat them in a fight. But that's right now. Like, it's possible that they will get total harmony within their realm and build up a giant army and have 50,000 manpower in reserve and just be unbeatable. Right now they happen to be weak, but who knows how long that'll last. So I'm worried. I'd like to keep Ayutthaya as a rival. They make a great rival. I like them. But if I take enough land so that I border Khmer, then I could keep Khmer as a rival, and then that'd be fine. So let's do this. Let's give Ava enough land so that he can connect the dots, la la la, and we'll see how much Diplo that costs. So So we just used a bunch of Diplo to pay down war exhaustion, so we might not even be able to afford that anyway. Integration of Golconda is complete. Yay for integration. Oh, and we also spent a bunch of Diplo on integrating Golconda. Whoops. So they might not, even though we've just completely crushed them and there's nothing they can do about it, they might not be willing to take peace. Ming is definitely going to pick a fight with me. Ayutthaya, until we fight their battle. Like, I think not a long time ago they made it so that if you haven't fought any major wars, and even if you've sieged up a bunch of their stuff, they still won't take peace. At least for a certain number of years or something. We'll see. So let's start thinking now about what we want. I think we want all this land, but we can't get it because their capital is a linchpin in that idea anyway. So my vassal is already. Ooh, these guys need help. I remember that I knew they were going to need help, but I forgot. I left them in the dust. So if we can't get any land, we might as well just humiliate and take war reparations and ask for a bunch of money, and that's going to require us 4 additional war score, which means we're not going to have to fight a battle in order to get it. I'm just going to wait a second, and then bam. War over. Humiliation. We're up to 88 power projection, and let's go over here and punch East Berar in the face. So humiliation of Ayutthaya is plus 30, which is enough for, at -1 per year, 30 years of power projection. It seems like it's not lasting that long, but maybe I'm just pessimistic. Because we just beat Bamanis a second ago, and they're already down to 3. And if we get 30, we should have 30 years of power projection. I guess we didn't humiliate them. That's why we humiliated Delhi, and Delhi still has 25 years of humiliation left. So that's fine. National tax modifier. We'll give away. We always prefer to have men over having gold. We're going to get everyone over here and start fighting these rebels to help our dude, to help our little vassal to take care of his Landians. Land ho! Now that we annexed this vassal, we can fabricate claims on some of Bamanis' land as well as some of this land down here. So we got access to all sorts of southern lands that we wouldn't have gotten if we didn't do that. So good times. Alright, we'll go here and then there while we fabricate claims against these guys. And then whoever this is will fabricate claims against that as well. Alright, we're going to spread out over those 4 uncored lands and just help our allies to core them and keep their revolt risk down. And we're gonna fund our army at about 20%. Whoop. And pay down inflation. And then I know we needed Diplo for something. Oh, just to take provinces. We don't need Diplo. Okay, well that was a super quick lightning war in the east. I think we're gonna stick with this lightning war in the east concept as long as they allow us to. Apparently, we're just big enough at this point where Ayutthaya is no longer a valid rival. But it's indecisive about that fact, and it's if we can completely full annex these guys, Lan Na, then that'd be great. They're allied to Mongyang, which is this guy, who's allied to Dat Viet. So, ooh, we can peacefully vassalize Mongyang. Not that we're gonna fight them to the death. Fabricate a claim on Mongyang. Oh, we can't because Ava is the only one who borders them. So let's see if we can get a CB against them. Hazri Conquista against Ava. Warned by Ming. I don't think we can pull Mongyang. So let's see who they're allied to. Dat Viet and Lan Na. Dai Viet over here we can't get a CB on either. So it's going to be hard. We want to full annex Lan Na, but we don't know how. We have no manpower. Alright, let's try to see who in this general area we can fabricate claims against. It looks like we can get Sengui, but I think they're no, they were a vassal of Ming once upon a time, but they're not right now. Let's see if we can fabricate claims on Mungyang. Nope. So we could peacefully vassalize them, but we're already at 4 relations, and they only have 1 4 base tax province. If we attack Senwi in full annex, then we can fabricate on Lan Na and Mungyang, so we'll be fine after that. So let's make sure we're fabricating over here, which we are, and then fabricate down here and over here. Lots more little wars to come. Little baby wars. You gotta be careful. I love the new call for peace, or not call for peace, independence desire, liberty desire thing. Like, if I ever full wiped my army with no manpower left and no money, then all my vassals would get support for attacking me. It'd be cool. Right now, they all love me, love me, love me. Partially because I'm subsidizing them and improving relations with them constantly, but also because I'm more powerful than them. If they revolted, they would just die. So they feel like I'm their protector. Like, it'd be like how Italy would look at Rome back when Rome was a giant empire. Italy would be like, sometimes they're mean to me, but they're so much better at war that I'm lucky to have them because nobody ever invades my lands. I'm their vassal. Alright, so let's see if we can go for Senwi, and Ayutthaya is going to ignore the call from his Senwian ally. And then while we're here, let's try for a second war in the west. Hey buddy, love you. Oh, looks like nobody's going over there. Alright, we're going to make a bunch of 4-sized armies, or 2-sized armies, and then go carpet siege everything. Alright, fabricate claims on everybody in alphabetical order. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. In proximity to me order. And I remember that I wanted to kill one of Tibet's allies. I think Khmer, I wanted to humiliate, to get my 4th humiliation running. Run 4 humiliations at once. Once I get my Diplotech up high enough to unlock 2nd tier trade ships, then I will start protecting trade, which means it'll give me access to pirating to keep my power projection high. But having a bunch of level 1 advisors and then a full complement of humiliations running gives me plus 2 monarch points in each category for the same price as you would get plus 1. So it saves me like 8 ducats a month. It's not that big of a deal. I don't know, 8 times 3, so it's like 26 ducats a month, which is, that's a lot. For me, I'm a pretty poor dude. Uh-oh, we got a revolt. We weren't watching the rebel factions. Alright, where did you revolt? Ooh, Bengal tigers need help in this new land that we got down here. It's the wrong culture, wrong religion. And because it's the wrong religion, it, provides -9 unrest, whereas being the right religion causes -5 unrest. So converting religion is still good for my unrest. And you can't convert culture until you convert religion. So I feel like this whole tolerance thing might be fool's errand, because it's not like converting things religiously is that hard. You just click a button, pay a couple bucks, and it's converted. And then you get -3 revolt risk, basically, in that province. So you're paying, 5 ducats to have -3 revolt risk. I would totally pay 5 ducats for -3 revolt risk in every province. So I think I might go back to religiously converting things, even though technically I don't have to, because Bengal has a national idea that gives me religious unity. Who cares? I'd rather have negative revolt risk. I mean, I bet if I took religious ideas, it would give me tolerance of heretics. Not that I'm gonna, but I'm just looking. Tolerance of... No. Maybe humanist will give me tolerance of heretics. Tolerance of heathens -3. So then they will give me the same revolt risk as converted provinces. So I really don't have to convert provinces so long as I finish the humanist idea. Okay, it's interesting. But I mean, the larger empire gets, the less money matters. I mean, money always matters because it makes your army bigger and stronger, but at some point your army is going to be so big and strong that you could fight with half of your army and still win. So at that point, who cares how rich you are, you know? All right, I need enough provinces from this guy so that I can have a border with Mongyang, a border with Lan Na, and then I can connect Ava's lands if possible. I need a border with a Lan Na province that's not their capital. And I do have to go fight those rebels at some point. I can delay a little bit so that I can finish this war real quick, but can't delay forever. Alright, so we're going to wrap this up here with the rebels wreaking havoc in the west while we gain a little bit of land in the east. Our plans after this war wraps up, we're going to have to fight Ming real soon. Ming is desires all of our provinces. You know what? They stopped desiring our provinces. I guess they had enough revolts to convince them that we're less of a threat than their own internal turmoil. So, yeah. Let's full annex these dudes and then end the episode. I love that episode is the thing I get to say. Come on, baby. We need to suffer some attrition, so we're going to put all our guys there. Otherwise, they wouldn't attrish properly. Yeah. Let's attrish some more. Let's attrish everything. Okay, good. We have attrished like a true Cossack. And now we will take full annexation. Whoop. And we're going to, next episode, I guess we'll divvy up enough provinces so that this isn't a huge pain in the butt, after we fabricate a couple more claims against various people. So I think we didn't even have a border with Ming until just now. Only Ava shared a border with Ming, not us. So we couldn't have fought Ming if we wanted to. Anyway, see you next time.